Hi guys, Rob here, and if you're looking for something different to do while you're on Boracay, I'm going to show you a land tour that you can do on the mainland. And there's some stunning coastlines to see, there's beaches, there's a river with jumping platforms, there's even a waterfall, but I'll put an exclamation mark on that and I'll show you what I mean by that later on in the video. But let's go. So looking at the map, the area is really close just across the channel to the mainland of Panay, and thus makes it for an easy day trip tour. My guide actually accompanied me from Boracay as he actually lives in Aklan, so he knew all the processes of getting there. It was just really easy. Once on the mainland, we caught a tricycle and then went to his house to pick up his motorbike. He can also do larger groups as well. So riding along, we came across this beach. It was an unscheduled stop as I just wanted to look around. The beach here is a bit uninspiring. Nothing like over there. You can see the island in the background. That is Boracay. So this is the lighthouse of Nabaoy. It's a 35 peso entry fee for foreigners. So this is the lighthouse here. Doesn't actually look that tall, but higher than the trees here. From here you can get some magnificent views, probably about a 180 degrees view you get here. You can see Boracay in the background. It's just really peaceful. There's a bit of wind, so it's not so stinking hot. There's a little cafe, and there's also a room above the cafe that you can rent out. The lighthouse, it's operational still?
It's still in operation and still working. As far as I could remember, one of the engineers came and asked my father if they can build a lighthouse there in this mountain, and my father immediately said, yes, you can. It is operated by transportation, DOT, Department of Transportation. Yeah,
use it.
You can have coffee here, you can have shake, we have a lot of menu here.
What's your best seller in food?
We have the pizza here, the burger.
Pizzas and burgers.
We have FB page, and then you can check it out. The lighthouse, Malay Aklan.
And you can stay here overnight.
You can stay here overnight, and you just pay 2,200 for two, good for two, with free breakfast. We have a small beach down there, and just walk like 5 minutes.
And what's the name of the beach?
It's a BongBongon Beach. It's a white sand beach. Yeah, it's very nice there too.
Okay. So there's places to sit by, have your lunch or have a coffee, and I'm just going to look at the views. Oh wow, my god, I fell in love with the views here. Actually spectacular scenery here by the coast. I can see it's a long way down to the beach though, so I can imagine it's really tiring coming back up. So just down there on the beach, there's some sailboats there, obviously from Boracay. So if you want and don't want to walk all the way down, if you're on Boracay, just hire one of the boats to take you here, because it looks actually quite spectacular. It's a beautiful little cove. And what a perfect place to have a coffee here with a view like this. This has to be my best views with a coffee ever. I did actually walk down to the beach after that coffee hit, and it was around 10 to 15 minutes. It's just a really beautiful spot. The colors of the waters are just like in a postcard. And I think it's a great idea to do a sailboat from Boracay to this cove. It would just be awesome, particularly if you're lucky enough to get it by yourself. If you propose to your partner here, thank me later.
This resort is called BongBongon Beach.
And you can stay overnight here?
Yes, yes.
How much does it cost to stay overnight?
1,000 pesos, or in US dollars, only 20.
But you can also have day use here as well.
Yes, yes.
And you can have camping, you can bring your food.
Yes, yes, your own food.
So this is his Facebook page if you want to contact him for more details. It's a gorgeous place, not only looking from the lighthouse, but also at ground level. The next spot we stopped at was the cave. It's only a short walk from the road. And there on screen you can see the cave entrance, but we didn't actually go inside. It looks like a bit of a tight entrance. Name of this cave?
Pangihan Cave. Yeah, two pathways. The other one is that's the bathroom. They call it bathroom, and it's full of baths inside. And then if you go on the right side, yeah, and then there exit there.
Another, okay.
Yeah, another cave.
So if you go inside, you need helmets and flashlights, and you need a guide. So they tell me that the cave is not open at the moment. It's temporarily closed, and it's a 50 peso entry fee. The next stop was a resort next to the river. It's quite a cool place with a number of things to do. There was a road stop just before getting to the resort where you had to pay an entrance fee. At the resort itself, you can rent out ATVs and you can ride them around the set trail. But we all know these places are best when it's the wet season, when you can get real dirty. And I imagine it'll look like this. So here I am. Got the river behind me. don't know why I got some band playing music so you can't hear the beautiful sounds of nature here, but anyway, if you want the serenity of nature and the river and all that, don't come here on the weekend. So just keep that in mind when you come in here. Behind me got some platforms to jump into the river. Looks pretty deep in that little spot there. It looks cool and refreshing, so I will try that later. There is a restaurant and there's a bar to eat food and have a few beers. There's cottages here to rent to escape the hot sun. There's also a couple of platforms here to dive or jump from, and the local kids were loving it. They actually told me not to jump because they didn't want this to happen. There is a restaurant, but the food here was quite expensive, and considering the dishes were nothing fancy. So upstream there is a waterfall, but the only way to get there is by hiking at the moment, so it's about a 3-hour hike one way. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to come early in the morning and just do that only. For more information, you can go to the website. You'll also find a huge balati tree here that provides shade from the sun. After lunch, I checked out the river, and it's a great way to escape the heat of the day. There's also a CR here, but it's not the river. And if you want, by honesty, you can cook yourselves in one of these pots. Well, not cook yourself, but laze back and forget about the world for a bit. Maybe some bath salts would be good. They light a fire under the pots. It's just really nice to laze back, although it is a bit small. If they start putting veggies in, it's time to get out. And basically that was the day done. There are other things to do in the area, depending on your time, and you can research online. Check out this website, it'll give you some information. Like there's an eco park you can visit. So with your guide, you can tailor a tour to what you want to do and see. There's too many things here to do in one day. My highlight on the tour was the D lighthouse. That scenery was just breathtaking. If you want a guide, here is Ray's Facebook page if you want to contact him. If you want to check out my other videos I've done in the Philippines, just click on one of the videos on screen now. I highly recommend watching those. Go on, click it. You'll really enjoy watching it. I'm still currently here in Boracay, and I will be for the next couple of months or so. I will be uploading videos on Boracay in the upcoming videos. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. Until then, keep safe out there, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.